very grateful as National Olympic Committee and also proud that we are seeing off two athletes from the International Olympic Committee Refugee Program. Josephine and Angelina will be going to represent the refugee team in the World Cross-Country Championship in Australia. As most of you know by now, Kenya has been running this refugee program for the last several years, since 2016 until now. Recently, we changed the program by having additional athletes. We had trials for most of the athletes, and the ones who were selected to be part of the program towards preparation or qualification for 2024 Paris Olympics are already now in camp. We have two of them in Nairobi, and the rest of them are based in Eldoret, working in partnership with Complete Sports. We are very glad within the last few weeks that the training has started. They have settled very well. They are doing extremely well from our view, and we are hoping that they can continue improving in terms of their time and in terms of their participation in different competitions. As you all know, the International Olympic Committee, which we are part and parcel of and support their program, aim through this refugee program is to give hope to the many refugees around the world. And Kenya, we are familiar with the status of refugees because we host quite a number of them in different parts of our country. They have become part and part of our family. And sports has no boundaries. So the fact that here in Kenya, the fact that they are not able to represent their own country, it's our pleasure and our pride to be able to incorporate them in our programs. And for them to be able to participate in the World Cross Country, we are very grateful to the partnership we continued having to ensure this happens, especially with the World Athletics, who have selected the athletes and will be able to facilitate their travel and all their logistics to compete in the World Cross Country, and we believe in very many other events. We are also very happy that under the support of the UNHCR Kenya, we've been able to facilitate their travel locally and now even internationally. And the logistics support we continue to get from this partnership is very good. We are also lucky that we have two great Kenyan coaches and athletes in their own right who will be the coaches for not only the refugees who are based in Kenya, but about 4 others from other countries who they'll be joining up to go and participate. Again, this is a testimony of the level of administrators we have and the coaches who we have, and the fact that these are all former great athletes first provides very good motivation for the athletes who will be participating, and secondly, because of their experience in terms of what they've been able to achieve in their own careers, and that currently they are all running very successful training programs. We are very happy and congratulate Japheth and Janet for being given this opportunity to be able to travel, and wish them all the best. We are proud of our athletes. Angelina just competed recently in Spain and for the first time won, and we are very happy that she was able to do it, and we are wishing them the best. We know events, World Cross Country is competitive. Our own president, Dr. Paul Tegat, is the ambassador for the event, and nothing gives us more pride than telling him that he'll be having 2 sets of team, the Kenyan team, which left a few days ago, and the refugee team, all from Kenya, being part and parcel of the program which will be involved in. As a country, we'll continue supporting the refugee program through sports. We are involving them in as many sports as possible. We shall be discussing more with the UNHCR on the possibilities of incorporating them in the Kenya Beach Games, which are scheduled to be held later this year. And it's not just at international level. We want them to feel the inclusivity while they're in Kenya, in participating in as many sports programs as possible.
As the head coach of a refugee team, that is Art, and I'm so grateful to be the head coach of the team, being assisted by Japheth Kimutai for my 800 meters as a team leader. I'm happy to be part of this team because this is something else for my career also, and I'm happy working with the refugees. This is my second year actually, and I've seen the performance, the way they do, and I'm happy for the NOC and World Athletics for giving the chance to these athletes, Josephine and Angelina. They've been doing great. I've known Josephine for quite a long time, and the way she has been improving. She's a good athlete, and since working with them, I've realized that we have talent there, and we have to make them to feel at home. They are part of our country as Kenyan refugees. They are part of us, and sports is the best thing to make them feel and make something in their lives. It is possible, the way it has been possible for us. You can build your life through sports, and we want also the refugees to do the same. As part of, as being the head coach, I'm expecting the best in Australia for the World Cross. This is the first time in being in a World Championship, especially cross country. I was with Angelina in the World Indoor, and she did well. And now I think since there she has improved a lot. I'm expecting the team to do well in Australia cross country. We are going to participate in the relays, the mixed relays. We have 2 other athletes from Iranian and a Moroccan joining us. So this is an opportunity also for me and my colleague Javed to being in the next level in athletics. I think it's a great thing for me as a former 800 meters, and I hope my experience as an athlete, I'll be able also to pass to the next generation.
First of all, last week when I won the race, I think I have been always dreaming to be a winner, not just participating or maybe running. I have always wished to win, and that one gave me a lot of motivation, because that win I dedicate to all the refugees all over the world, because that is the chance. This is the time now I have to give them motivation that at least now, whenever they will be given a competition, they have to do their best and they have to win like any other athlete. Being a refugee, sometimes it's not that easy, but when you put all your commitment and show the world that you can really make it, and I believe everything is possible. So winning for me last time, it gave me more motivation to travel to mixed relay in Australia, that we really help each other as a team to come up with a good performance, if possible, winning. I wish to qualify for World Championship, because especially this year, I really have to focus on training and to get qualification, maybe to prepare for the next Olympic in next year. Yeah, next year, and World Championship also this year, because it's still early, but I believe I have already get a good place to train, and my performance will be more better compared to the previous years. Okay, my main target this year for 1500, maybe to run under 20, because I have been really trying so many years to run at least under 30 for 30 below. But then last year I managed to run 423, and now I have another target, maybe at least I run for 1500 for 20 or for 20 below, maybe for 16. I think that will be a good performance or maybe good result for me. And also aiming for the 5,000, because of the previous cross country that I have been doing. I have been participating in so many meetings which we did, and it really helped me to win the European World Cup cross country championship. That is really a great motivation for me, because they are people who have experience. He's the manager and she's the coach, and she was an athlete, or he was an athlete like me, so they have a lot of experience. They know what is good for me, or a good training for maybe to prepare for 5,000 or maybe 1,500. It's always good when somebody who has experience to train you, rather than somebody who does not have enough experience for it. Okay, sometimes somebody who is not a parent and someone who is a parent, sometimes they used to have a different target in life. Because me being having a son, he really motivated me a lot. It's always give me time to work extra harder, to focus. Though sometimes it's really challenging, especially when he's still very young. He always needs me every time to be there. But sometimes it's very painful to be away with him. But I have that son which is driving me, that I have to train harder to win for more competition so that he can have a comfortable life compared to me, or maybe to compare to what the life that I was going through, because it's not that easy, but he's always a big...
Thank you. My name is Banadrono, and I serve with UNHCR, the UN Refugee Agency in Nairobi. UNHCR is a protection agency, really. Our mandate is to protect refugees, internally displaced people, and stateless people. So for us, really, we have been working very closely with the National Olympic Committee in the past few months, together with World Athletics and the coaches and Complete Sports and the whole other stakeholders, really, to just ensure that refugees continue to receive the protection in terms of travel documentation, in terms of education, in terms of ensuring that their visas are being applied for. And really, I must thank the National Olympic Committee that we have put our heads together, and that's why we're seeing these two champions traveling this particular weekend. For us, really, as UNHCR, refugees have got many talents, and they're as talented as everybody else. And we could not be prouder for these two traveling to compete at the world stage. If you try to imagine the situation that they've come through, they have fled their homes. Some of them have lost parents. Some of them have lost complete property. They didn't have any athletics training. They have come here, and through the support of the different stakeholders, now they're winning races. Angelina just won in Castellon in Spain just 2 weeks ago, or 1 week ago, being the first ever refugee Olympian to win an international race. We could not really be prouder. We are absolutely touched, and this goes to show the amazing talent that refugees have the world over. We have Yusra Madini, who has been a top swimmer. Her documentary is on Netflix. If you just go across here to Kakuma, we have Kakuma United, a football team made up of refugees and the host community in Turkana. They are literally top of the Western Zone in the Football League. We have got KK Stars, a football league as well for ladies, made up of Kenyans and refugees, and they're also doing amazingly well. We have got taekwondo athletes, we've got judo athletes, we've got athletes in chess, we've got athletes in basketball, and we've got athletes in many other sports, and volleyball as well. They're doing absolutely well. If you go to Dadaab, the same message as well is very clear. We have got, I think, a very strong team in volleyball there too. So the message really to the world, and we must say a big thank you to the countries that are supporting, and they are literally, all countries that are, they're supporting the athletes with visas and travel documentation, really is that let's continue to give these refugee athletes an opportunity to be able to showcase their talents. It's a massive opportunity here in Kenya, and we must, of course, thank the Kenyan government for, and the Kenyan people for being great hosts to refugees for all these many years. Ours, and I think that's the same message for the National Olympic Committee, is a message of inclusivity, of, as we speak about today, and the Kenyan team has traveled to Australia. The refugee team is on the way as well. They are being coached by two great Kenyan athletes. That's a massive message there of inclusivity. And Athletics Kenya has provided a platform where our athletes are competing together with the Kenyan athletes. And for us, really, that is touching, and it's truly appreciated from Ministry of Kenya, and we continue to look for more opportunities. Angelina and Josh are passionate as usual. During Australia Open tennis, you remember Novak Djokovic was detained because here he was Novak Djokovic is a world-known athlete who was able to raise a profile. So Australia is our biggest donors. We have two organizations there. We have UNHCR itself, and we have...
I know what you do is a lot in terms of logistics. It was not easy actually to get the visas. The way Javed is saying, why do we go without our own?
I was telling Janet, why do we go? If they don't even get a visa, why do we go? So, but we thank God. Finally, we come together. Meeting of shoes.
Yeah, we are